Seniors, these 5 foods destroy your stomach lining, and it's hard to repair. Inside your stomach is a slick layer called the mucus lining. Think of it like a coat that protects the delicate tissue underneath from stomach acid burns. Over the years, this protective layer naturally thins, and as a result, it becomes easier to damage, especially when we eat specific foods. This leads you to feel it simply as heartburn, nausea, bloating, or a painful pain after meals. Many of us complain about this as we age, but few realize that the very foods we trust are the cause, and the reason things are getting worse inside our stomachs. After deep research and consultation, I've put together a list of 5 foods most destructive to this lining, which, sadly, becomes very sensitive in our golden years. Stay with me as I reveal them one by one so you can be careful with them. I used to trust them. I was fooled by their appearance, but they harm without mercy. Let's begin, and by the end, I'll show you how to protect this lining and keep your digestion relaxed, no matter what you eat. Let's start with food number 5, white bread and refined flour. Let me start with an old breakfast favorite, white toast. For years, my neighbor Bill swore by his morning toast with jam. "It fills me up," he'd say. Yet he complained of bloating and burning by mid-morning. White bread and products made from refined white flour have nearly zero fiber. During processing, the bran and germ, the parts containing minerals and fiber, are stripped away. What's left are simple carbohydrates and additives that digest quickly and spike blood sugar. Here's why that hurts your stomach. Without fiber to slow digestion, your body pumps out acid fast. That surge of acid churns against an empty gut and can splash up into your esophagus, causing reflux and inflaming the lining. In one large review, people who ate low-fiber bread had almost twice the risk of acid reflux as those who chose whole grains. There's also the gas and cramping. Refined carbs move quickly through your system and ferment, leading to bloating and cramps. No wonder Bill felt miserable. You might ask, is all bread bad then? Not at all. Whole grain bread made with the entire grain, sometimes called sourdough or slow-fermented bread, retains fiber and nutrients. That fiber not only keeps you full, but actually helps protect against reflux. Another trick is to pair your bread with a small portion of protein or healthy fat. Instead of jam on white toast, try mashed avocado or almond butter on a slice of whole grain bread. The fat slows digestion, which keeps acid production steady instead of spiking. Bill switched to sourdough and added an egg on the side. Within a week, his morning bloating eased, and he hasn't looked back. Sometimes the foods we've eaten for 50 years simply don't serve us anymore. Don't drop off after the first food. At the end, I'll share a simple routine that eased my own reflux in 1 week. You'd be surprised which habit made the biggest difference. Food number 4, spicy processed meats. The next culprit might surprise you. That spicy sausage or deli meat that seems convenient for lunch. My friend Helen loved spicy salami and pepperoni. She'd throw them in her sandwiches, thinking they were a quick protein fix. The problem? Most processed meats, hot dogs, sausages, bacon, lunch meats, are preserved with nitrates and nitrites. These chemicals keep the meat pink and extend shelf life. When you heat them, especially at high temperatures, nitrites can react with amino acids to form compounds called nitrosamines. It sounds complicated, but think of nitrosamines as tiny troublemakers that can irritate and damage the digestive tract. But the harm isn't just about chemicals. Processed meats are usually high in salt and saturated fat, both of which can inflame the stomach lining and relax the valve at the top of your stomach. If you've ever felt that burning in your chest after pizza topped with spicy sausage, you've felt this effect. High sodium draws water into your stomach, increasing pressure and acid production. Helen noticed that after a pepperoni sandwich, she'd get a sour taste in her mouth and a tightness in her chest. She thought she had heart problems, but her doctor said it was reflux. So what can you do? If you enjoy meat, choose lean, unprocessed cuts like turkey breast or chicken that you cook yourself. Roast a chicken at the start of the week and slice it for sandwiches. Season with herbs instead of hot spices if your stomach is sensitive. And if you can't resist the occasional slice of salami, eat it with a generous salad or vegetables to buffer the acid. Helen now uses sliced turkey and loads her sandwich with lettuce and cucumber. Her heartburn episodes have dropped dramatically. Before we continue, let's agree on one simple thing. This information is for learning and support only. If you have a health condition or take medication, please check with your doctor before trying anything new. Food number 3, carbonated and acidic sodas. How about that fizzy drink you crave in the afternoon? Carbonated beverages, sodas, sparkling waters, even carbonated juices are more than just sugar bombs. The bubbles are carbon dioxide gas. When you drink them, that gas expands in your stomach, making you feel bloated. This increased pressure pushes on the valve between your stomach and esophagus, the lower esophageal sphincter. If the valve relaxes, acid and gas can shoot up, giving you heartburn and damaging the lining. Health researchers have long warned that carbonated drinks are major triggers for acid reflux. It's not just the bubbles. Many sodas are also acidic, containing phosphoric acid or citric acid. This doubles the assault on your stomach. I once met a gentleman named Frank at a community center. He loved his daily cola. He joked it helped his meal go down. But he kept a bottle of antacids in his pocket like candy. We did a small experiment. Frank swapped his afternoon soda for plain water and, on some days, warm water with a slice of ginger. After 5 days, he noted his burping decreased, his bloating subsided, and he didn't need the antacids as often. If you're hooked on fizz, start by cutting back. Try room temperature water with a splash of lemon, if citrus doesn't bother you, or herbal teas, like chamomile. Ginger steeped in warm water can calm your stomach, and if you choose flavored waters, pick ones without carbonation. Notice how you feel for a week. Your stomach might be quieter than you expect. Food. Number 2, vinegar lemon shots on an empty stomach. Have you noticed the trend of taking health shots of apple cider vinegar or lemon juice first thing in the morning? The internet is full of promises. Boost metabolism, detox, cure reflux. But when older friends ask me about it, I cringe. Apple cider vinegar, ACV, and concentrated lemon juice are acids. Taking them straight, without food or water, can irritate your esophagus and stomach lining. In some cases, undiluted vinegar can even cause ulcers and bleeding. It also may disrupt the balance of good bacteria in your gut, leading to digestive issues. Think about how vinegar works. We use it to pickle vegetables precisely because it is corrosive. That same property can inflame sensitive tissue if taken in a shot. If you enjoy ACV, dilute 1 tablespoon in a large glass of water and sip it with a meal, not on an empty stomach. Better yet, get your acid from whole foods like a squeeze of lemon over a salad or a splash of vinegar in your cooking. They add flavor without bathing your stomach in acid. A story, my cousin Joe read an article claiming ACV melts belly fat. He started every day by gulping a shot of vinegar. Within 2 weeks, he complained of burning pain in his throat and upper chest. His doctor diagnosed an irritated esophagus. Joe switched to drinking a tall glass of water with a teaspoon of vinegar during lunch and soon felt better. He also realized there's no magic potion for weight loss, just balanced eating and movement. And number 1, black coffee on an empty stomach, my friend. Let's talk about our beloved morning ritual. Coffee. I love a good cup of coffee. It wakes me up and warms my soul. But drinking strong black coffee on an empty stomach can be harsh. Coffee stimulates your body to produce more gastric acid and can relax the lower esophageal sphincter. That means more acid sloshing around and a weaker barrier between your stomach and esophagus. For those who already have gastritis or an ulcer, coffee doesn't cause the ulcer, but it can worsen the pain. It's no wonder so many people complain of heartburn after that first cup. You might be wondering, do I have to give up coffee? Not necessarily. The key is how and when you drink it. Eat a small breakfast first. Yogurt with a few nuts, a banana with some peanut butter, or a slice of whole grain bread with avocado. Food buffers the acid and protects the lining. If dairy suits you, adding a splash of low-fat milk or oat milk to your coffee can also help buffer the acid. And pay attention to your body. If you feel jittery or notice burning, space out your cups. I once mentored a retiree named Susan. She prided herself on her no-breakfast life. Coffee and go. Her stomach started bothering her mid-morning. She thought it was stress. We changed one thing. Susan added a half cup of oatmeal and a slice of apple before her coffee, and poured a bit of almond milk into her mug. A few days later, she called me, almost in disbelief. I haven't had that stomach burn since. Sometimes it's the simplest tweaks that bring the greatest relief. Don't scroll. Give me 60 seconds. Next, a gentle 7-day plan to calm your stomach. The one breakfast tweak that cuts acid for most seniors. And a quick self-check to spot your real trigger. Relief starts now. Gentle 7-day stomach soothing plan. Now that we've exposed the culprits, how do you calm an irritated stomach? Here's a gentle 1-week routine that has helped many friends. Morning. Start with a glass of lukewarm water. Eat a few bites of something soft, like a banana, a spoonful of yogurt, or a handful of nuts, before your first coffee or tea. If you love coffee, enjoy it with a splash of milk after food. Midday. Keep meals small and avoid piling on multiple trigger foods at once. Skip carbonated drinks, opt for water or herbal tea. Chew slowly. Digestion begins in your mouth. Afternoon. Snack. Instead of vinegar shots, have cucumber slices, a small handful of almonds, or a piece of fruit. If you feel hungry between meals, choose whole grain crackers with hummus or a hard-boiled egg. Evening. Eat dinner early, at least 2 hours before bed. Stick to gentle foods, steamed vegetables, lean poultry, sweet potatoes, and brown rice. Avoid heavy spices and acidic sauces. A brief walk after dinner can help digestion. Track symptoms. Each day, jot down what you eat and how your stomach feels. Patterns will emerge. Maybe that second coffee at 11 a.m. is the true culprit, or perhaps spicy sausage only bothers you at night. This awareness empowers you to adapt. By day 3 or 4, many folks notice less bloating, fewer burps, and a calmer gut. By day 7, you'll have a personalized map of what fuels you and what harms you. Medications and reminders. A quick note on medications. Some drugs, like nonsteroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, NSAIDs, and certain blood thinners, can irritate the stomach lining. If you're taking medications, ask your doctor if they could be contributing to your discomfort. Never stop a prescribed medicine without professional guidance. And remember, H. pylori infection or autoimmune gastritis can also damage the mucosa, so persistent pain needs medical evaluation. Recap and one golden takeaway. We've covered a lot, so let's distill it. Your stomach lining is like a protective raincoat. As you age, it thins and becomes more vulnerable. White bread, processed meats, fizzy sodas, straight vinegar, and black coffee on an empty stomach can all poke holes in that coat. The golden takeaway? Never start your morning on an empty stomach. Even a few bites of gentle food can shield your gut before it faces acid. Pair your favorites with fiber, dilute your acids, and listen to your body. Those small shifts often bring big relief. Citations. Older adults have a higher risk of gastritis because the stomach lining thins with age, and they are more likely to have H. pylori or autoimmune disorders. Refined carbs like white bread move quickly through the digestive system, causing bloating, cramping, and gas. Fiber from whole grain bread reduces acid reflux symptoms. Processed meats contain added nitrates/nitrites. High intake can increase risk for digestive tract cancer, and high heat forms carcinogenic nitrosamines. Carbonated beverages cause stomach bloating and relax the lower esophageal sphincter, leading to acid reflux and GERD. Apple cider vinegar or lemon shots can irritate the stomach lining and esophagus and disrupt gut bacteria. Coffee increases stomach acid and relaxes the esophageal valve. While it doesn't cause ulcers, it can worsen symptoms. If this video helped you, share it with someone you care about. Let me know in the comments which of these habits you'll change first, white bread in the morning or that afternoon soda. I read every comment and reply. And if you're curious about what foods heal the stomach lining, I'm working on a companion video about the most soothing teas and meals. Keep an eye out. Your stomach will thank you.